Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fourth and Wrong. It is I, your host, Tyler Huck. Chris, you there?
No, not emotionally. Oh, God, things are so bad. So bad. So bad, Tyler.
Christopher.
Sometimes you sit here and you go hire a fat, balding man who shops at Walmart and only wears that kind of Temu type of clothes on the sidelines. And sometimes you think you find true love, and then you catch the early flight home from Denver, and you watch your wife walk out with a gangbang like it's a goddamn magic show. That's from old school. That's not how I feel.
Yeah.
Tyler, how was your weekend, you piece of shit?
Oh, Chris, unexpectedly, actually, very good. It was a fantastic weekend. Come to find out.
What happened? Anything fun or catastrophically horrible happened to you and your favorite thing in the world?
Over the last 18 months or so, yes, that has been happening to me. But yes, this one weekend, Chris, the luck and the misfortune seemed to shift to another blue blood brand.
I'll stop you right there. The luck. There was nothing lucky about what happened. Alabama lined up and got their ass kicked for 4 straight quarters against I don't even like it was it was hilarious. Like Tommy Ratatouille, quarterback, Florida State, told you what he was going to do in June. And you were like, yeah, okay. All disrespect will be dealt with. You keep saying all disrespect will be dealt with. You keep saying bad things like that, Tommy Castellanos. Yeah, I know Wesley Williams. The biggest win for a lot of programs this weekend was not their own. Yeah, all disrespect. That is the slowest group of linebackers. That linebacker looked like me trying to figure out how to spell words when I was like 7. There was no chance. Like the slowest group of fucking people. Awful. No toughness. Ty Simpson being blamed for it was hysterical because he was arguably one of the best things that happened that entire time. Every single fucking time they show the sideline, okay? We're off on the rant. Every single time they show the sideline of Kalen DeBoer, every single time the camera pans to that fat, balding fucking idiot, every single time it happens, he looks like me when you're, or you guys, when like your like wife or something, other's like, hey, do you remember to grab this from the store? It's the one thing I asked you to get. And he's like, huh? The
fat balding man, I assume, is Kalen DeBoer.
It's Kalen DeBoer.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I'm not mad. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so upset that Bama lost. I'm not mad they lost. I'm mad that the product that I have to watch on the field is a fucking joke. And maybe they turn it around. Maybe Florida State's one of the best teams in the country. We don't know. Sure. But I have been told repeatedly, you have Caden Proctor, left tackle, who's the highest ranked tackle in the country coming out of high school. Right? You're paying him God knows how much in NIL money. 6 pressures, 1 sack allowed. He has not gotten better since year 1. He was the worst offensive lineman then. It hasn't gotten better. You've been telling me for years how the offensive line's back, dude. Offensive line's one of the best in the country. Every single time they have to go out on the field and show it, they get like it's pathetic. You cannot establish the run. You cannot block anybody. Tyler, they scored first. Yeah. And they did so in a way that they were able to run the ball effectively. They were mixing up pass plays. They looked really good doing it. 17 plays, 12 of them runs, went right down your fucking throat.
Mm-hmm.
Could not figure out a way to not make not just penalties on third down, not just give up big plays on third down. You couldn't get the play calls in. Yeah. What the fuck have you been doing this entire offseason? Like, what have you been doing this entire offseason that you can't get play calls in to your defense? Every single time you are snapping the ball, looking over the side. And I'll tell you what, if you're a Bama fan and you want to sit here and get all upset at me and say, oh, you're just being negative, or I saw this the other day too. You're only saying this because now you live in Louisiana and you're just drinking the Kool-Aid of LSU. LSU's a better football team than you. Florida State's a much better football team than you. South Carolina's a better football team than you. Georgia is damn sure a better football team than you. Tennessee, A&M probably is. Texas definitely is. I would probably say Auburn is right now. Like, there's a lot of time for them to grow. But when you bring in somebody that goes and beats Georgia, I don't care how big of a – like, that's a huge deal. To me, personally, that's a big deal. You know how I feel about Georgia fans.
Yeah.
Mentions living in this state. I love Kirby. You beat Georgia, and you follow that up by going 5-5. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. And I tell you what, I don't know if you've seen his deal, his buyout. Somehow Bama got the Klarna fucking buyout deal where they have to pay him a certain amount every month for the next 6 years. It's like I'm the one that designed 2022 Chris designed the buyout for Kalen DeBoer. It's a payment for the next 6 years. Sounds great, brother. I'm in. Like, you have made this thing fall so far from grace, and it has nothing to do with losses. I have lived through every single Mike that coached this school. I have lived through like the 3 and 8 years when you started out number 3 in the country. What I cannot wrap my head around is watching kids getting paid a lot of NIL dollars, not hustle after shit, and not care. I'm so sick and fucking tired of hearing people say, oh, we just got to know, we got to do little things right, man. We got to make sure we had a team-only meeting. What did it – was everyone on time? Because you keep patting yourselves on the back when that happens. Time to put the fucking stuffed animals away, Ryan Williams. Go out and make a catch or several. Time to stop talking about whatever kind of NIL. Time to stop doing the podcasts on Tuesday nights. I got a text from somebody I firmly trust as a source, very close to the former program. And the exact quote was to me, no matter how bad you think it is, it's so much worse. It's so much worse here. Because the culture that's been here now is everything's relaxed and they don't care. Sometimes, every now and then, you have to light a fire under someone's ass. And dude, no one was going to be able to replace Saban. And you can say that I'm overreacting, whatever. You do not go beat Georgia and lose 5 of your next 10 games. 4 to unranked opponents. And this is the last thing I'll say in my rant, Tyler. It's awesome that this guy came in and has a 15-3 record against ranked opponents. 15-3 against top 25 teams as an FBS coach. It's the best record in all of college football. He has now lost 14 games as a FBS coach. 14. 11 are to unranked teams. 11 are in games he was favored. And 6 of the 14, to almost half, is when he was favored by double digits. Figure it the fuck out, Kalen. Figure it the fuck. Stop trying to be everybody's friend. Figure it out.
It's really insane to hear you have this conversation, because exactly 12 months ago, I was having this exact conversation with you about Florida State. Same exact scenario. Come out the first game. There's hype around the team. They go right down the field, score on Georgia Tech, go up 7-0, and then proceed to get their ass beat the rest of the game, and then ultimately the rest of the year, because same thing. Nobody wanted to run to the ball.
Right.
These guys, the guys we were paying the most along the D-line, including the guy that's at LSU now, just didn't have any hustle, no heart, and they just – and ultimately, too, and I think you saw what happened in the Kansas State. Like, they almost lost to North Dakota this week.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of insane to play a game in Ireland and then come home and play another game, 7 days later.
Yeah.
Like, with zero rest, no, your body's got to adapt.
Here's the thing, too. I don't, if you would have sold me on the fact that you're going to go 7-5 in year one, Kirby went 8-5 his first year. He lost to Vandy, lost to everybody that was a rival. Like, Tennessee, Florida, Tech, if you sold me on that and it was a slow build, but you were going to, I don't care how this sounds. This is maybe it's old white guy, get off my lawn shit. If you sold me on this whole thing of he's going to come in, he's going to instill his culture, he's going to do this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's not like he can't recruit. He's had signed or committed 8 5-stars in the last 2 cycles. But everything you told me was, dude, And I bought into. He went to a national championship game. He went to a national champion. That wasn't all on Michael Penix. I didn't see that out of Michael Penix when he was at fucking Indiana. You brought in the OC from that. He decided to just stop running the football. But like, I knew the culture was going to be different. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, you got to get somebody from the Saban tree. What I cannot wrap my head around is what the fuck are you doing the weeks of you playing Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart, Steve Sarkisian, and Brian Kelly? Because that offense against LSU last year, that offense against Georgia, those are two different things. The effort, though, I can't be on board with.
Chris, retweet my tweet about this video going live because your Twitter is not connected anymore.
Why is that?
Did you drop premium?
I don't think so.
Said something about you dropping premium. Anyways,
fucking kill premium.
Bitch. Yeah, I'm interested to see where.
Oh, it's $8. I don't have that right now. Well, I need to move some funds around real quick and then I'll get it. That's a joke, Tyler. Just a joke.
I got it. On the other side of the ball, obviously super impressed with Florida State.
Yeah.
Obviously, this was the first time that Mike Norvell had closed the media to practices. And so there just nobody knew. All 11 new starters, a lot of new starters on defense. Kind of just like a last-ditch effort. Like, we're going to bring in guys that give a shit, that fly to the ball.
Yeah.
The new defensive coordinator was not allowing these fifth-year seniors that have been starting for us for 4 years to even see the field because they played like they did last year in camp. And so you had a bunch of true freshmen running around out there with just like, full speed. And it was fun to see. I'm a little hesitant only because like last year, as a Florida State fan watching that Georgia Tech Florida State game, I knew that a lot of it was because of how bad Florida State was.
Right.
That made Georgia Tech look so good. And, obviously we're in Atlanta, so we know a bunch of Georgia Tech fans are like, man, I can't believe how good we look. And I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer to them, but I was like, I honestly think we were just that bad.
Yeah.
Like, no offense. And sure enough, we went 2-10. And they had a decent year, but again, like we talked about this last week, like didn't they go like 7-6 last year? Like it wasn't like they had some miraculous season last year.
They almost beat Georgia, but
yeah, that was a good game.
That's also in year 2 of Brent Key. And also I shouldn't have gone on my rant before. Like, you deserve to have this moment. So I mean, go on. I mean, like both of you. I was excited for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm very excited. Well, obviously, from what I saw, it was I was actually talking to somebody about this today. It's probably one of the most unexpected outcomes that I've ever had as a Florida State fan.
Yeah.
Like total shock that it was. I wouldn't be totally shocked if we won because I did think that we would be much improved, but like the way it went down is the exact way that I thought it would go down, just in reverse.
The other way.
I thought BAMA would dominate the trenches. And the score would be around what it was, but Bama winning. And so it'll be interesting to see where both teams go. Obviously, from here, I mean, I have high hopes for Florida State, but I do wonder how much Bama really just the lack of effort and just the kind of stuff you saw off the ball where they weren't hustling. I mean,
the linebackers were so fucking bad.
They were so soft, dude. Our tight end was just blowing up. Who was it? Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
dude. Number one. No, I think he was like a top 5 JUCO recruit in the country. Number 1 linebacker in the country. Like, played last year played really well for you last year. What I can't understand is and there was a quote. Damon Payne just said this the other day, or like I guess like from a Michigan thing. He's a former 5-star that played at Bama. He's from Michigan, and he said they were like, "Man, I watched tape of you guys playing Oklahoma last year because they talked like the DL coach talked to him because he played at Bama or whatever." He's like, "You look different. You look like much different." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, like I'm in shape. Like I'm like we're running here. We're doing conditioning." And like what I don't get is it's awesome to be like, "Do you want to come play for a huge program? Or you want to come do this? You want to do this?" Like, yeah, man. But sorry, Courtney Morgan seems like he's doing a great job. He's been offered all these different things. And again, maybe I'm just overreacting. but I don't think I am because it's not like it's happened once. This isn't Vandy. You have made Vandy a routine, and that's not a slight at Florida State. That is not comparing Florida State to Vandy. I thought it was. I called you. I called Booza. Booza didn't pick up because he's a little bitch.
No, he was at the game. I'm sure he was. Actually, I know what Booza was doing. He was throwing down some shotguns in the parking lot, and that's all I'll say about it.
I was trying to throw up a shotgun in my mouth. So no, but I was watching this and I was like, I was very happy for you guys. And like, I'm not going to sit here. Like the kick six is tough to watch because it's over and over and over again. You have to listen to the rest of your life. I get frustrated like watching Bama lose because it's your team or whatever that you grew up watching and you're excited. But like, see you later, man. Like, I mean, like you have made this the routine. Every time you had a chance to go on the bigger stage, Oklahoma, you didn't just lose. You got your ass beat. You had to fight back against Vandy. Tennessee spotted you 3 turnovers. Like Oklahoma beat you 24-3 and threw like 6 forward passes. You got beat by 1957 Oklahoma, you dumb fucking moron. And then my mom's going to be so pissed. She's in the house right now visiting, and she's going to be so disappointed with my language. Then Michigan happened. And all the while I kept saying, like, oh, man, well, it's probably just – it's rainy in that bowl game. I am fucking tired of them going to Florida and having to play in a goddamn monsoon. That part is very frustrating to me.
Yeah, it was short, though. I mean, come on.
It was. It had nothing to do with the outcome.
Yeah.
But, like, watching that game, I said this as soon as it happened. Tommy Castellanos told you what he was going to do in June, and then he did it.
That was wild.
You came back, kind of, and it was 4th and 1 on their own 34, and Mike Norvell dropped his fucking nuts on the table and was like, I'm not just going to go run the football. I'm going to run through your fucking face to the best defensive player on your team.
Roydell Williams, your former player.
Was that Roydell?
That was Roydell.
But so again, like I'm no part of me is going to sit here and sulk and be like, oh no. Like, but I will tell you right now, like, if he's not the guy, get his ass out of there. Like, do not sit here and give him a 3rd year to make the same. Because I think that you have enough of a routine and a pattern now where it's like, dude, who's he beating? Think about how much talent he has. Think about how much talent he has. I mean, like, it's just, I look at the games now, and God, I hope they don't lose to Auburn. I'll tell you that. That's going to be tough because living in this house with Allie, she everything that happened, she said with a smile. She was like, oh no, another turnover. Terrible.
I caught her liking a few of my tweets that were pro Florida State too.
I'll take that ring back right now. The appraisal's over like $1,000 more than I paid. I'll take that ring back right now. No, I think that it was a really good win by Florida State. And I think again, the stuff that I've heard, it's so much worse than what I don't really give a shit if Ryan Williams brings a T-Rex teddy bear into this. I don't care about that. I don't care if he paints his nails. I don't care if Crane and Company, who I love them to death, are going to be like, did you see the Ryan Whitlock or what's his name, Jason Whitlock thing?
Yeah. The YouTube thumbnail was unbelievable.
Too gay. like that. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. Just go win ball games. But we went. Like, I'm not saying we as the team. I'm saying like we like you and I went from watching these games and seeing Ryan Williams go into the Georgia game as a 17-year-old with this eye black saying "kill everybody," to we're bringing in bandaged up T-Rex thing. Like, what are we doing? What are you doing, dude?
By the way, your boy Earl Little out there like a just heat-seeking missile with the red rum across the.
Did he have that? What it said?
Dude,
I will tell you this right now: it was not an enjoyable watch. If you were not a Florida State, because I always forget too. It's like Joe Tessitore is like such a boisterous person.
How about that get up he was wearing? Just a couple buttons down, gold chain hanging out.
What? And then somebody pressured him into, or
yeah,
like, hey, like you got to put at least one more button up.
Yeah,
like that was wild. It was not an enjoyable watch. I was happy with Florida State fans. I got mixed reviews on people that were there, said it was good or bad or whatever. I'm fine with Bama being average. I really am. I'm not in a place anymore where I'm gonna be like, oh my god, my entire weekend's gonna be ruined if they lose. Like I really, love what I get to do, and I have enough good things in my life to where this is not going to ruin it. But I will tell you what, like right now, no part of me is going to sit here and try like you went from kill everybody to bringing in T-Rex things. And maybe they'll be good. Again, maybe they'll be good. But, brother, it is the most concerning part, Tyler. Last thing I'll say, he's at his press conference, and they asked him like about the preparation. Like, the preparation was great. It's really just about getting out there and seeing the other guy and the other, identifying the other guy and the other jerseys and numbers for the other team. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, and then somebody follows up and goes, you said earlier you thought you had good preparation? And he's like, I said that? Yeah, you just said it here in this building in this physical moment. Oh. Buddy, go home.
That was strange. Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating watch. Maybe this weekend. Who knows? ULM. Let's just circle it all the way back around.
Dude, how funny would that be? I lost like 31 followers. The amount of Bama fans subtweeting me, Marlon's just drinking the Kool-Aid in Baton Rouge. Yeah, you know what? Baton Rouge is fucking great. Baton Rouge is great. I'd rather live here than Tuscaloosa. And everyone over in that fan base seems like they're pretty big assholes for the most part. And they have been very, very adamant about like how much better that not just they are, like that they are as fans. Like, and then you immediately start seeing stuff like, well, when's basketball season? Fuck off, dude. Like, you guys didn't enjoy it when it was happening. You didn't enjoy. You bitched about Pete Golding and bitched about Bill O'Brien being bad coordinators. They were in the top 10 in the country, and you ran them out of town because of how awful they were. You guys are just fucking stupid and don't understand football, apparently. Or maybe numbers are too big for you. Maybe seeing a number that said 9 next to the offense for highest points per game. Or maybe seeing a kid who had a Heisman Trophy winner and got you to a national championship game with a fucking white receiver and 1.5 total scholarship running backs like that were sharing 2 knees. Maybe all of that was too much math for you fucking idiot Bama fans to sit here and be like, oh, maybe we did have some good things here. And I shouldn't complain about Pete Golding having a top 15 defense, you fucking idiots.
All right. Texas 7, Ohio State 14. Oh, man. What do you think about this? Obviously, Ohio State had a great game defensively. The game was kind of boring. I think maybe potentially it was just I was getting nervous leading up to the Florida State Bama game, but like I was just kind of tuned out in a way.
Yeah.
Texas couldn't move the ball. It was like one of the most boring things to watch.
What is the rage baiting? What did I do now? What did I do that was rage baiting? I just gave you my opinion, or I gave you facts. Tyler, I was not blown away by the Texas thing. I know that we said here, we had some drinks last week when we were making predictions. I did start to buy into it late because I felt like with Steve Sarkisian and stuff like that they were going up against. And I think, if I'm being honest, what is the rage baiting? What is the rage baiting that I've given?
I don't know, dude. Sounds like you're trying to bait Bama fans into rage.
I don't. I want people to hear me out real quick, and I think everyone knows at this point. I don't have thick enough skin to say things on the internet to have everyone mad at me. Believe it or not, I know I've said some dumb shit. It is not to intentionally make people yell at me and call me names on the internet all day. Dude, the Texas thing, Tyler, did you feel like Texas played a horrible game, or did you walk away with that feeling like, hey, maybe we should have given a little bit more credit to the team that just won the national championship?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was definitely expecting a little bit more out of certainly Texas's offense. I mean, but if you think about it, this is Arch's first true game to get out there as the starter, be the guy for the entire game, and it's on the road against the defending national champions, who, by the way, still have a lot of talent on the roster.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think not a lot of people, we really haven't seen what Arch can do. I mean, everything, all this hype, there's all the jokes, the memes were insane on Saturday with the Arch Manning stuff. I mean,
I hate it, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you wonder why these kids get anxiety and show up with teddy bears to games.
Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. I mean, honestly, you're not wrong.
I mean, I think it has a lot to do with how bad DJU was last year. I mean, I think that guy's a mental head case, and it just spiraled from day one. But
it's got to be tough to like, dude. Like we're talking about like 20 minutes into the game,
right?
And it's like the Arch, if he didn't live it, if his last name was at Manning, it's like him working at McDonald's, and you're like, this, like, I hate it. I hate because it's like there's no substance to it. It's just like I wonder how many likes I'll get from this. Which that part I also don't get because it's like you're not making money off of it. It's Twitter. Yeah. Like I just don't get it.
No, you've definitely never done that. Something for likes.
That's a good point.
But anyways, I'll be interesting to see as he gets more time on the field against lesser opponents and his home stadium, how he progresses. But I mean, that was pure domination on the defensive side of the ball by Ohio State. Julian Sayin was, I think obviously good enough. Carnell Tate had that awesome play. I don't know. I mean, Ohio State's offense didn't really wow me either. Like Jeremiah Smith didn't have a great day. Like he had a bunch of drops.
Yeah, that's the second time in a row they've really kind of shut him down too. He had like 2 drops.
Yeah, because he didn't do anything in the national championship game either, did he?
Semifinal, no. I mean, like, but here that's kind of the thing I go back to as well, which is like, I did think that game was boring as shit. Like it felt worse than the 6-3 game. As like a not 1-2 because it was 1-3.
Probably because it was a noon game.
That part sucked too. It just didn't have the feel of it. Like Clemson LSU delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Bama Florida State was fun theater because of what was happening.
Right.
That game sucked.
Yeah.
Like, and it was frustrating because first off, it went very fast. Did you notice how much faster that game was than ABC's games?
Dude, the Syracuse Tennessee game was, I mean, it was mid fourth quarter by the time Florida State and Bama were supposed to kick off.
There's 11 minutes left. They pushed it back. 20 minutes, and then there were still like 6 minutes left. They took the game off the air. Like,
so many commercials. It's unbelievable.
I hate it. It took 23 minutes for every game to be a commercial, which was horseshit. I will say this. I still think Texas makes the playoff because I think that their schedule is just too easy for them to not do that. I feel better about my question at the start of the season, which was, is this the year that we see them slip up in a game they shouldn't against the SEC schedule? I don't expect it to happen. Like their schedule is just very, very easy. And I think they lose at Georgia, obviously. I don't think that it's like the sky is falling or that Arch sucks or anything like that. I think it's all the things that any logical person saw or in the offseason, which was, hey, we haven't seen a ton from this kid. Like they're going to – it's not like they're opening with Clemson or Miami or Notre Dame. Like they're opening against the defending national champs on the road with so many question marks on the team. And everyone's like, no, Texas is – dude, like ranking Texas number 1 was a fucking joke to begin with. Like not because they're not good, but like they didn't lose less than Ohio State or more or like less key things. Like, I mean, that part was so weird. We ate on the road and they became a favorite. I tell you the biggest concern I have for Arch. He had 37.4 or 37.7% of his throws were off target throws. The most of any Texas quarterback in a game in the last 10 years. The first play of the game, if you probably remember this, when he rolled out right and bounced it to his open receiver, and then the interception he threw late where he had to go from one hash to the other on the out route or whatever the deep route was. Not the first one, but the second one that I'm talking about, Tyler, you're not going to convince me that his arm is strong enough to be that high of a draft pick or deserve that much hoopla.
Yeah. I mean, obviously at this point, we haven't seen enough for him to even be drafted at all. He's played one game. He's played one game. We can talk about LSU Clemson real quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, 17-10 win for LSU. Excellent. Yeah, we're going to get to what you did. Excellent game. For LSU's defense, man. Blake Baker's got the defense rolling, especially second half. Clemson couldn't run the ball. That's going to be a problem for them going forward, I think. If that's, maybe it's because LSU, obviously they have a good defense, but maybe it's because it's so good that There was just no chance. No one can rush the ball on them. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing about week one. It's just like you think you know all these storylines about all these different teams,
right?
But we really don't know quite yet what everybody is.
Never judge a book night's cover, Tyler.
But I do think, I love how both of our national championship picks lost in the first week.
I cannot fucking believe I did that. I don't know. I was high on Clemson. I still think Clemson makes the playoff because I don't see it. Not in a real way. They could lose to y'all, but like they could go 9-3 and still be a one-loss ACC team. So, I'll like. Or were you done?
No, I mean, I was real impressed with the defense at LSU, and I think that's going to obviously travel on the road to Clemson with that defensive performance. I mean, you can play anywhere, and so, Clemson's defense is supposed to be extremely good, so I'm not worried that they only scored 17 points. I think Nussmeier. I mean, it's kind of setting up for Nussmeier to get drafted by the Saints.
Yeah. They would love it.
It's going to be horrible. Isn't his dad on the staff on the Saints?
He's the OC, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Watching this, I was so fired up for this game because I don't love Clemson. I don't like Dabo. And I like just being close to the LSU thing now. It's like, I understand that not everyone approves or doesn't like it. I know my boss doesn't. But I will pull for LSU in games. Like I'll pull for teams like that. I mean, I won't pull for Tennessee, but or the Yankees. Like I will not. But like I was like fired up for Auburn on Friday night with Allie. Like I was fired up for my coworkers and the team I get to be this close to, or whatever. Like for that game as well. But the thing that was so cool about this is like you got to see it all preseason camp, man. Like it was very obvious very early on the defense was going to be legit. This was not like they got some good guys. Like maybe they'll be better. It was like no, this could be one of the best defenses in the country. The biggest question was, are they going to be able to be good in the secondary? And you were wondering about that, but like, I think one of the things that helped was them having the ability to go up against some of the best players in the country at receiver every single day. Every single day having to go up against that, like iron sharpens iron type cliche. I think that was great for them. But Monster Lane was fantastic. You got to see what Kelly did in the portal, and he didn't have a ton of misses. Like Gooden was fantastic in this game, right? Jack Pyburn had several key stops. You saw Monster Lane had a pick, and I think he was like the what do you call it? Bednarik or one of the like national players of the week. You look at Braylon Moore. This is what impressed me the most was if there was one thing I was more confident than anything going in this game, it was not in Garrett Nussmeier. It wasn't in the receivers at LSU. It wasn't in the defense being great. It was the one thing I was most confident in, and maybe I'm a fucking moron, which is that offensive line is going to struggle because it struggled so bad last year in times. It's all new guys, and they're going up against the best defensive line in the country. They held them to one sack, Tyler. One sack. They were able to outrush them by like 80 yards in the game. And part of that's because of how good their defense kept them in check. But the other part of it, too, is that just how good they were able to establish the run. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. And here's the thing that Clemson fans need to hear, too. Because what Brian Kelly said yesterday, he knew you sensitive-ass Clemson fans that were upset about it. You're wrong. You're wrong. And listen, I've been there. Listen, 2019 LSU, it's easier for Bama fans to sit there and be like, well, lost by 5. Everyone knows who watched that game. That game wasn't close. This game wasn't close. This game wasn't close. I know what the scoreboard said. I know it came down to the final play, but it should have been 24-10. If Brian Kelly would have liked points, it should have been 27-10. And I thought that LSU kind of dominated this game, and I thought it was also so fitting the way that it ended with Harold Perkins being shot out of a cannon, coming down the line, and then making Cade Klubnik run for his life and throw the ball and incomplete pass to win the game. From start to finish, I could not have been more impressed with LSU, man. That's who I would have. Ohio State at 1. I would have LSU at 2.
Before we move on, do you want to talk about what you spurred for the national media?
Yeah, and then we got to play voicemails, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I was pretty pumped about this. Brian Kelly, who's given his press conference yesterday on Tuesday. And right before we go in there, I wasn't planning on asking a question. I was just going to get some pictures for social media, and that was it. And I asked him a question last week about 12 personnel. He made me feel real small. in my question. He's like, yeah, I think it's a good idea to have all of our best players on the field. They also scored a touchdown out of 12 personnel. I want to be pretty pumped about that. But the point I made was Dabo Swinney came in and somebody asked him about his grade or whatever for the first game. He's like, yeah, it's like taking a final exam on the first day. And Eddie, do we have the clip? We can just play the clip. Cool, awesome. Thank you for doing. Maybe you think that we have all weekend. And so he was like, it's like I would have given them a 65 and given us a 58. Like neither team played great. Tyler, my first thought was I was like, I have to ask this question, but also is he fucking? This has to be AI. Like surely he's not stupid enough to say that. And then I was like, it's Dabo. He definitely is stupid enough to say that. But surely he didn't say something this dumb, right?
I really wish that you would have started this fight and it was actually AI. Like
I would have lost my job, dickhead. It would have been the worst thing to happen to me. So I'm like doing like texting people on the in the meeting. And I'm like, hey, is this AI or this cannot be real? And I got it confirmed that it was. And I was like, okay. I just read it from my phone. I was like, Coach, Dabo Swinney just said blah blah blah. I just wondering how you would grade and assess your team's first weekend. And what he said was so spot on, and I couldn't believe he was that honest. But I know that I'm nerding out. I know I'm probably not being a big J journalist here, which I've never claimed to be. I just have to say it was like a really cool thing. It was like a really cool thing that happened. And there's like a lot of times it's like stuff goes viral. You don't know it's going to go viral. I called Allie immediately. I was like, I'm about to go viral. This is crazy. Like this is, I cannot believe this was said. And they're not like I'm going to go viral, but this whole thing's going to go viral. And it was everywhere. It was like we were getting Eddie sent us something from like Yahoo Sports this morning. It was ESPN Sports Center updates or something. Like it was really cool, man. It was really cool. Made me feel really good about doing my job better than I sometimes give myself credit.
That's awesome. All right, couple quick hitters before we get to the voicemails, and then we'll talk. I mean, what's that?
Let's just go.
Utah's going to be really good this year.
I didn't see that game. What happened?
They just absolutely smoked. They beat UCLA 43-10.
Nico.
Yeah, Cal's true freshman quarterback.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce his name. It's like,
good?
Dude, he had the most big time throws in the country. His first game ever. He's a true freshman. 3 touchdown passes. Completed his first 9 attempts. He's going to be big in the portal in the offseason. Let's just say that.
You know who that offensive coordinator is, right?
Cal?
Yeah.
I know.
Take a guess.
I have no idea. I mean, there's
Ryan Hartson.
Oh. Well, hey. His boy's going to get paid in the offseason, that's for sure. And then Carson Beck looked pretty good. That worries me about Miami. So, all right, let's get to some voicemails, and then we'll just talk Michigan, Oklahoma at the end of this. Maybe Iowa State.
We got 13 minutes tops. Movie night over here.
Here's our voicemail.
All right, boys, listen up. It's been a long time waiting. I've waited 9 fucking months for this shit. Oh, I should have started off. This is your boy Logan. First time, long time. You know how it goes. Tyler, congratulations on the W. Chris, I'm mourning with you, even though I think you're more or less a South Carolina fan more than you are a BAMA fan, but sorry, I've been drinking. I do not understand after 9 months of waiting and the preparation that the board did not do. Can't be mad at Ty Simpson about the game. He 23 43, 250 yards, did all right. Can't be mad at that. I'm mad at the fucking defense. Everybody talked all offseason about the D-line, about everybody returning. No, I can't do it. I'm over it. I've seen enough. I've been hurt enough. And I don't understand what we did to deserve this. Although everyone listening is going to think, well, you had Nick Saban for years. Well, you're probably right. But I don't understand it. And I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little bit too much. But you know what? It's first time college football's been back, but I was told to keep this short and sweet, but I did not do that. Roll Tide and carry on.
Oh, yeah, bro.
There you go. Logan. Not first time, but definitely a long time.
God, it's been a very long... Wait, where's his boy? Was his name Bo?
Don't you worry about that, Chris. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
What's up, guys? This is Bama Bo. I'm sitting here in my living room with my child and my wife in agony right now. I left a message on the other hotline. So Who knows who has that number anymore? I mean, fuck, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Oh well, so I kind of already vented on that one. But yeah, good job FSU. Bama did not want it at all. We got catfished the entire season long. DeBoer should be on the hot seat after that performance. What an absolute nightmare. A nightmare. Marlon, please check me. I read this little stat. It said that Bama has never lost in the month of August in the history of the program. Let me know if that's right. Please let me know, because if that's true, holy shit. See you, boys.
Wow. I hope that's true.
Shut up, Tyler. I'm pretty sure it's not. Because I feel like, because I know that I was at Gene Stallings' first game in '90. That was hot as fuck, and they lost to Southern Miss.
I don't know. Maybe during this next voicemail, I will do some AI research to see if they've ever lost it. That seems impossible. It's like one of the oldest college football programs. Maybe it's because we haven't always played in August.
They hadn't lost there's almost no way that's real. They hadn't lost an opener since 2001, which I was there for that too.
Well, you weren't there for this one, so. All right. By the way, these are all Bama fans. So.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire the ball right now. I'm just kidding. Roll Tide, but congrats, Tyler. Big win. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Not sure what to think as a Bama fan. The defense, like, I just don't understand. They tell you how elite it's supposed to be, the defensive line, the linebackers, just can't get off the field, can't stop the run. The quarterback run kills us. I think Ty played good enough. He wasn't perfect. Definitely could have did some things better, but just felt like there was a lot of drops and times that, he needed the help, and he kind of ran for his life. Don't know if Proctor will ever have a game where he just gives up crazy sacks. I don't know, dude. This is rough. It really is. But congrats, Tyler. Fucking sucks, man. But how we doing?
I mean, he's not wrong. It does suck. It is like,
dude, it's Bama fans are down bad for the first time in a long time.
What is the phone number for angry fans, real quick?
678-962-7836. Everybody save that number in your phone.
Yeah.
And when you are at your drunkest, please call in. I should have done so myself, to be honest.
I thought we would go live. I thought you were going to be all. I've never seen you like that. You were like, yeah, I don't know. But you were like Matthew McConaughey or some shit. You're like, I don't know, brother. Everything, you just got to keep living. I just knew it was going to happen one way or another. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I was feeling good, no doubt. All right.
Yeah, I was high.
Let's see. We got one more voicemail.
That's it?
Well, just the rest of them are pretty long, like over 2 minutes long.
Are there any good ones, or did you listen to them?
I did. I mean, our boy Gattabud.
I gotta hear that.
He had a 2-minute long voicemail about Georgia Southern. We could play that.
Oh, are there any other teams that called in? Was anybody celebrating the downfall?
Well, these all seem like Bama fans that aren't necessarily celebrating. But, all right, we got one more call for this, and then we'll talk.
Eddie, let's see, put it in.
Tyler, Chris, Bama fan here. Still digesting the ball game yesterday. First of all, congratulations, Tyler. Your team played great, and you guys took it to us. And there's just really nothing else you can say other than congrats. Now, Chris, about our team, about Alabama, major concerns. I think would be an understatement. Last year, I was able to kind of excuse away some of the, it's a transition year, and DeBoer's replacing a legend, and this and that, and Milroe was limited, and this, that, and the other thing. And even the bowl game, Milroe turned it over a bunch. Wasn't all his fault, but yada yada yada. But I gotta tell you, to hear the kumbaya in the off season, to hear all summer at a camp, all camp, we're so excited, and this team's unified. These guys are together. It's a close knit group. We're so excited about this team, yada, yada, yada. And to look like that in the season opener, I just find it very disturbing. And I hope I'm wrong. And obviously, I hope I'm just overreacting and, we can right the ship like we did after we lost to Texas in week 2 or 3 or whatever that was a couple of years ago. But I don't know, man. I'm not optimistic right now, and the feeling pretty gloomy about the rest of the season. Hopefully Chris can talk me off the ledge. I appreciate it. Love the show.
Muting me, Eddie. There's no chance I'm talking to you off the ledge.
I think he's about to say that he loved us. He pivoted.
Did. I heard him.
We love you too, brother. Yeah, man. There's not a lot to be, I think, optimistic about at this point until they get another game on the field, and then at that point, we'll see how Bama fans are feeling after ULM this week. All right, quickly for this week, but obviously a much slower week on the schedule.
There's got to be another video or another audio.
Dabo Swinney said that this was like a final exam on day 1 of class, and said that he would have given LSU a 65 and Clemson a 58 because neither played great. Just wondering how you would have graded or assessed the team in their first game of the year.
Well, I thought we dominated him in the second half. So he's either a really good grader for giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half. So, again, look, this is all past. We're much more focused on Louisiana Tech, to be quite honest with you. And Clemson is a darn good football team. I mean, that's a really good. That's a top-notch team, and they're going to be a team in the hunt for a playoff picture, and we hope we are too. But it was only one game, so I don't know if he's a hard grader or an easy grader, but I like the way we played in the second half.
Look at you, brother.
That was cool. No, what I was gonna say, I didn't mean that. I meant the Angry fans thing. We'll have to get the Angry fans going way more often. That was really fun. I also want to say this. I know that people hate Brian Kelly for whatever reason. I've never really understood that part of it. Being around him on a more frequent basis than just having the privilege to do that. Pretty fun dude, man. Pretty fun dude. Very, very funny. Very funny. And I get so annoyed because it's I never realized this. This is not me trying to be high and mighty. This is just I never realized this because we've done it before too. And I know I've done it a ton where it's you watch a clip and you're like, oh, look, you can just tell the way he responded to this. And it's and then you're in the room and the way stuff that's being said, it's could not be different than how it's being reacted to online. So maybe we use it on Brian Kelly a little bit.
Well, I thought it was a great question by the journalist. It did sound like you were talking, trying to talk under your voice, hey Brian.
No. all my closest friends. I was sitting there to so many people. I was so pumped up, and everyone's dude, that's awesome. And then all my close friends were what's wrong with your voice? Why do you sound like that? What is going on with you? How do you need a lozenge? And I'm I didn't know that's how you spelled lozenge. And then
that's a tough one. Oh,
it is, dude. What's the toughest word for you to spell?
Probably lozenge.
What about do you ever struggle with restaurant? I don't struggle with that.
No, I don't.
I feel like people that can't spell restaurant are stupid. You know what I mean? Eddie, get back in here right now, mister. You haven't laughed at a single thing I've said this entire show. What's the hardest word for you to spell? License is tough. What's the hardest word for you to spell, Eddie?
Onomatopoeia.
Gratitude? Is it gratitude? You piece of shit.
Ratatouille. That's pretty tough to spell.
Hey, producer Booza was in the stadium on Saturday.
Produza. We got to go with a name.
Prabuza.
I like that.
Produza. Yeah, I like Produza.
Going?
He doesn't want to. He doesn't like being on here.
Or what did you? He said it was. Do we want to preview games? Do you want to give a best bet or something?
Well, we could just talk real quickly about Oklahoma, Michigan. I mean, because Mateer, obviously they played Southern Illinois or something like that.
Western Illinois.
But I mean, the dude put up monster numbers. And Bryce Underwood looked really good for Michigan in his first game as a true freshman. And it'll be interesting to see. This could be like a complete coming out party for him. I mean, on the road,
like a Jason Whitlock one,
prime time event. I'm gonna take Michigan plus the points, plus 5.5.
I hate 5.5. You know that.
I do know that.
I liked what I saw very briefly from a tier. It was obviously briefly. Here's the thing: I keep like everyone that told me about Oklahoma has told me you don't buy into Oklahoma for Mateer. You buy into Oklahoma because the defense was really good. I don't know how good they are because they played Western Illinois. I will tell you that I'm fascinated to see how this plays out with Bryce Underwood because it could be the most both sides won type situation we've ever seen. Because I remember when he was being recruited by LSU last year and all that kind of stuff, like just working. I wasn't down here, but working with like something close to it. It was like that is a generational talent. If you watch him play at all, like the arm is unreal. He looks awesome. As a true freshman, I don't trust him going on the road in a place like that. I think that Oklahoma wins this game. I'm not going to touch. I mean, I will be a bitch and take the money line because I'm not fucking with it. By the way, winning and boozing first weekend or big energy. I mean, first weekend we did well. I think we went like 7-3.
Yeah, a lot of picks did well that we put out on the pod. Yeah, I'm going to take Oklahoma still to win 24-20. I think it'll be somewhat low scoring. I think Michigan keeps it within the number, but home field's too much for old Bryce Underwood to. But dude, if he comes out and wins this game and like balls out, that's going to be. He may be a Heisman frontrunner because right now, like nobody's put out like an electric week one.
Do you think it's a big weekend for the SEC type narrative?
Somewhat. I mean, LSU saved the SEC this week.
It's a good point. There wasn't a ton of talk about it. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. I mean, if Michigan goes into Norman, wins this, you obviously have Florida State, Alabama. You obviously have Ohio State, Texas. I mean, and if for a while there, it looked like it was going to be Clemson over LSU as well. You have Miami, with the big win over Notre Dame. So, like, the ACC had a chance to look really strong in the opening weekend.
Yeah.
But, you still had South Carolina beat Virginia Tech, which, I mean, that drones quarterback. Like, we played Virginia Tech this year. He's so, like, high and low.
Yeah.
But anyways.
South Carolina fan, I can tell you that
and give me Iowa. By the way, give me Iowa State 20, Iowa 17.
Ooh, that's a perfect. Give me. You know what? What's the line?
The line's 2.5, minus 2.5 Iowa State.
Give me Iowa State 19, Iowa 16.
All right.
That game is always fucking stupid.
All right. I know you got some prior obligations, some
Yeah, brother.
So appreciate you guys tuning in. Good luck this weekend to all your teams. Good luck to Bama. Hopefully you get those answers you're looking for.
Hey, let us know in the comments. I think we're going to do one show a week, right?
Potentially two. We'll see.
Yeah, but if we do one, let us know if you'd rather do Sunday recap or Wednesday preview. I think we're down for either, right?
I mean, I feel like we definitely want to be previewing games. Making picks.
So it's better to recap them for views. We'll talk about it later. It doesn't matter.
All right. All right. See ya.
Thanks, Eddie.